Hey. Good morning, a little Thursday thunder. Good afternoon, a little Thursday thunder happening here. I think this is the third Thursday of the year. I've been, here we go. I've got good news and I've got bad news. Crazy part, it's the same thing. The good news and bad news as far as your New Year's resolutions and getting them done, getting them accomplished. And in fact, I know this is going to be brutal, but good news and bad news as far as getting anything done ever, like in your life. So, you ready? You ready for it? It's going to be good news. It's good and bad, you'll see. Here we go. The good news and the bad news as far as New Year's resolutions and getting things done is that, all right, you see this field? Well, let me see if I can zoom in. You see her? So that's it. She is both the good news and the bad news. She is the one responsible for getting out of the house and walking the dog. I'm here doing a little Thursday Thunder, a little video here, and guess who's responsible? Hey, doggy! Oh, whoa! Here's doggy. Oh, he just wanted to come say hi. Who's responsible for that dog's actions? Now, is it the dog or is it the owner, right? Who's responsible for your actions? Who's responsible for getting started on that fitness program, on that diet, on that book, on that whatever you've got going on for New Year's resolutions? Who is it? Ready for the good news and the bad news? You're sitting down. It's you. So there's also good news and bad news. And it's also the same because no one else is responsible. No one else is not going to do it for you. No one else is going to do it for you. I mean, that's the bad and the good, right? No one is going to do it for you. That's kind of bad. But no one needs you to do it. That's kind of good. And that's it. So who is responsible? It's you. And the reason I say it's good because you are in control of what you get done. It is absolutely in your control, in your purview, in your wheelhouse, in your world, in your universe, under your thumb, in your control, whether or not you achieve the thing you want to achieve. That's the good news, right? You're in control. The bad news is nobody else is going to do it for you. I'm out here on a Thursday, and we can take some pointers, right? Like Pepper here. Pepper gets me out of the house. I'm pretty sure I would not be. It's cold and miserable and windy, and it's not windy. It's misty and. Ugh. But I'm out. I'm holding my phone. My hand is freezing. I could put on a glove. I am in control of my, going a little cliche, my destiny. But forget destiny a moment. What about just today? What am I going to get done today? And who's going to hold me to it? Now, you might think, well, my parents, my spouse, my boss, my neighbor. Okay. I mean, the boss for the work-related stuff, they are kind of in control over what you do. Well, not necessarily what you do. You still don't have to do it. You might just get fired. And your parents could say you got to do the thing. And you could listen or not. But you get, the consequences of not doing it from somebody else, right? And a job is the easiest one to sort of think about. Because if you don't do your work, then you get fired or demoted or you don't get a raise or you don't get the evaluation or whatever, right? I haven't had a job in so long. So, let's take me, right? I work for myself. I do my own thing. If I don't do this, who cares? Who cares? And I could look at that in a sad way and say like, well, nobody cares what I do. But then here's again the good news. I care what I do. I am my harshest critic and my biggest cheerleader. Oh, I just made that up. I am my harshest critic and my biggest cheerleader. And so are you for you. So it's up to you to be your critic get off the couch, and to be your biggest cheerleader. Great job on the video today. Okay. So, there you have it. The good news and bad news about your New Year's resolutions for the coming year, and they are the same. And that is, you are in control of your actions. This year we're talking a lot about now what, also creating beauty, but now what? What's next? What are you gonna do? What has happened? I grew up in Los Angeles. I have a lot of friends who are, their houses have turned into smoldering ashes, literally. And what are they gonna do? Now what? Now what's up for them? How are they gonna come back? Now you could say, is it up to them? You could say, well, there's insurance companies, there's contractors, there's jobs, there's money. Yeah. But it's still gonna come down to who you are, what you're up for, what you're going to do, what the action is you're gonna take to make that thing happen. And dare I say, if I ask the question, now what? Then it comes down to a decision. Because now what is really all about deciding. What will you decide to do next? Here we are in January, I think it's 16th. And what are the decisions you will make early in the year, ideally maybe in January for some year-long thing? And what might they be so that you take action on that next thing? And then to take a page from the Every Single Day book, what if the goal were the process and not necessarily the goal? So if the goal, the simplest one of all time is always, I want to lose 5 pounds. Great. So what does a process mean? The process means I eat fewer chips, right? So the process is don't eat junk at night. And the goal is lose 5 pounds, right? So you decide, you take action. And remember, you can team up with your spouse. You can get your neighbors on board. You can start a group at your job to whatever, not eat chips at night. Great. And that is awesome and also very helpful. But I'm a broken record today. It's still the good news and the bad news that it's you. It comes down to you. And if you're saying, if you're like sighing and moaning and go, oh boy, just me, really? Oof. I get it because it seems like the responsibility is on your shoulders. And then, hold on. Yeah, spoiler alert, the responsibility is on your shoulders. And the responsibility is a good thing. You can spin this so negatively or positively, right? Like you can spin this and say like, oh, well, I have all the responsibility. I have to do everything to make it happen. And maybe this is the entrepreneur in me speaking. Maybe this is the solopreneur who does like everything in my business. And I know it's not going to happen if I don't do it. Yes, I have partners, I have team, I have people, but when it comes down to it, it's me. So when it comes down to it, it's you. It's you. All right. I'm listening to a book. I'm going to forget the author, but it's called Tribe. The guy has like a German sounding name. I mention it because also he talks about these smaller groups, and I think it's a different book, but then they talk about like 150 people is like the max number of people that we can, deal with, or I don't know how they phrase it. But if you think about it, I get it. I like the small numbers. That's why I like going to writers' conferences. I like having weekends with friends. I like having a group and rent a place to stay or whatever, because it comes down to these small numbers. Because small numbers, again, sort of with accountability, they're going to come back and help you out, get your thing done, more than the big giant group. But then it's going to come down to, can you guess? Do you remember? It's you. And I hope you can spin this in a positive fashion so that you see the power, you see the opportunity here, the possibility of you being the decider of your future actions. Gotta go. Bye for now.